know, I've been judging for about 28 years now, and judges have never been asked to discuss any or to sort out truth from fiction in Calypso. We're just asked to listen to the way a song is constructed and judge on the criteria for that, but we've never analyzed whether it is true or not true. It's never our portfolio to do that. However, I'd like to make two comments that I think might explain what I've noticed over the years. And I've mentioned it to the Calypso Association already. I have the distinct expression right now that the Calypso loving public seems to have created the situation that unless the Calypso is about some political commentary, it's not a good Calypso. And I'm saying that because although we do not give points for crowd reaction, but for the number of years that I've been involved, when a song that is not politically oriented is completed, you look at the crowd does nothing. But if a guy comes and sings a spicy song about some political party or some minister, then the crowd goes wild when the song is finished. So I'm just giving the benefit of my experience on that. So that's one of the things that might be contributing to Calypsonians looking to make their songs more spicy every year, because they think that that's how they're going to get the attention that they're looking for. I've also mentioned and suggested to the Calypso Association that the issuing of 70 points out of 100 for lyrics and melody, especially as the Calypsonians who are singing the songs most of the time and not the ones writing the song, is not good business. And it is creating a situation where you're having a similar type of judging result every year. Because if guys can buy good calypsos and they have the other attributes for stage presence and delivery, then they're going to be right up there. You can even predict it. So to avoid some of these things where people are going after making the song more spicy, I think we should shift some of those 70 points over to presentation and the actual delivery of the song. This is just a suggestion I've made, and I've made that because of the number of years I've been there. I'm just seeing the trend. And if you look at the results that you get in the last couple of years, it confirms exactly what I'm saying. That this is the type of calypso that people are looking for every year as the top calypsos. Now we have the exception, because when Tasha P won the crown with the song Save the Children, I mean, it had nothing to do with politics, but the song was so well written that it overcame all the obstacles so that it could get noticed. In the 80s and 90s, to follow up on what Ian Jackson said, Calypsonians actually used to get legal opinions before the show started about their song. So avoid libel being brought against them. Because I know for a fact that a lot of the top Calypsonians had the lawyers to look at the songs before they sang. So I don't think it's a bad idea to go back to that, and especially as you can get advice even from people like Ian Jackson, who seems to be more familiar with the question of how to phrase certain things so you don't get charged for libel. Now from the judge's perspective, to support what I said about not having to sort out truth from fiction, some years we get songs where the judging panel or judges get direct criticism from Calypsonians on stage, and they still expect us to judge favorably. And we do, actually, although people would be surprised to know that even when, I don't know if I can talk for every judge, but for I myself, you can sing about judges till the cows finish all the grass in Dominica, and means nothing to me. If your song makes sense and it's a good song, you get your point. If it doesn't make sense, you don't get points. It's as simple as that. But I'm just trying to show that this would support clearly that we're not looking at what is true for fiction either. So we're not trying to, we don't judge you as to whether we feel your song is libelous. That has nothing to do with the judge. I've never been required to do that. The question of masking. From the judge's perspective, you only have one area where you can get credit for that. Under lyrics, we have a subheading in our scoring structure called narrative, which is how you put your song together. And the way I've done my seminars on judging, on narrative, a song that is properly masked will score higher points on the narrative than just coming and giving me a straight story where you had a bit of that. So that is where, from the judge's perspective, you can come to see if you can get higher points, because the more your message is masked properly and still have the message going across, that's where you can get the judges to vote a few more points in your favor. Now we know that artistic privilege allows people to play on words. But of course, even exaggeration is tolerated in art forms, but exaggerations can be untruths. Because if somebody did something to a certain degree and you multiply it by 10, then certainly you cannot be telling the truth. So all of that has to be looked at, but again, from the judging perspective, the final construction of the melody and the lyrics is what we're looking for. I think that the other trend I'm seeing is that some Calypsonians sing with some venom, some bitterness, like they come after somebody rather than to constructively criticize. It's like they come to kill the person. And that's how you get in trouble, because then your emotions will get hold of you and you might say a couple of things that you really would not normally say. So if you are going to criticize somebody and get personal with it, I think you could open yourself to libel, because then you could be stubbornly creating this situation even against the advice that you might get. One of the examples, best examples I can give as to how masking could save you from charges of libel, and I'll put it this way. When Ian's dog came last in the race, and Ian Douglas could dance and laugh on the composition, that is Calypso. Thank you very much.